Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone, and a happy Labor Day to all of you. But again, one would ask a question again, how can it be a happy Labor Day, especially if you are a Kenyan and you are a civil servant, or any of your family member is a civil servant, yet up to now, they are yet to get their last month's salary. We are now in another month that has already ended, and we have civil servants in Kenya who have not yet had their salary for the last month. Now it is turning to 2 months. So it's no longer a happy Labor Day in Kenya because the civil servants service is not being rewarded. You're talking about a country which cannot fund the county government, which is expected to pay salary to the county staff. So that means even the county staff are yet to get their salary because the counties have not received their 4-month disbursement from the national government. So it is no longer a happy Labor Day. It is coming with sorrow. Is coming with the bitterness. There is nothing to celebrate about in Kenya when it comes to Labor Day. The person who is in charge, who is supposed to lead Kenyans into striking when there is issue of undermining the civil servants, is now in bed with the state. The Court Secretary General, Ruto Atwoli, today, Atwoli should be speaking for the people who are yet to get their salary. But if you look at Ruto Atwoli, seemingly is a man who has become a spokesperson for one William Samuel Ruto. Nowadays, Atwoli does not care if civil servants have received the salary or not, if they are being mistreated or not. And by the way, Labor Day was born in US when workers took it to the street in a strike to demonstrate for when they were working for long hours without payment, what we can refer to as unpaid time off. People went to the street to demonstrate, and that is what resulted into a Labor Day as a holiday that was later recognized. This is something that was held somewhere in September 5th, 1882. So Kenya was just, we can say Kenya was just copying or was adapting the Labor Day from US. So this is something that was born out of a strike, demonstration. But today, when you call for demonstration in Kenya, Ruto Atwoli is against demonstration. And demonstration was one of the language that workers were using to send a coded message to the government, to the companies where they have been employed, and elsewhere, especially when they are not comfortable with the kind of treatment they are getting. Today, here in Kenya, it will go in record that we have someone who has now become a rubber stamp of the state, and he is no longer working for the people. He is no longer actually defending the workers. That is where we are as of now, in the hands of one Ruto Atwoli. We are continuing with this particular discussion, but just a quick request for those who are watching and you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. By the way, when people are thinking about Labor Day and what we should be talking about on this Labor Day, Ruto Atwoli is thinking about amending the constitution of Kenya so that it can bar a retired president and targetingly Uhuru Kenyatta from involving himself in active politics, because seemingly Uhuru Kenyatta is making William Ruto unable to govern in terms of lying to Kenyans and putting lives of Kenya at danger by overtaxing basic commodities. They are saying that Uhuru is supporting Raila Odinga idea. And if you check what Raila Odinga is fighting for, Raila is fighting for a just life for all Kenyans, whereby everyone can afford basic commodities and put food on table. This is what he said. I warned that Uhuru would cause many problems once he retired. I said he has a lot of money and cannot just sit around. We should get to a point and squeeze this constitution and say once he served for 10 years, he should become a peacemaker. So Atwoli wants the constitution to be squeezed just because of one person, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. And if you ask a question, how does Uhuru Kenyatta making it and governor for William Samoei Ruto? It is William Ruto who is fighting Jubilee Party, a party where Uhuru Kenyatta is the party leader. So who is trying to destabilize another person here? You can see Atwoli want to please William Samoei Ruto by just trying to oppose those who are not in agreement with one William Samoei Ruto. So if Atwoli is focusing on amending the constitution, when will he focus on the welfare of the people who are working in this country? When will he focus on the welfare of workers in this country? And I can ask a question here. When was the last time Francis Atwoli spoke for the workers? Ni siku gani ya mwisho aliongea kwa niaba ya wafanyikazi? Wafanyikazi wameteswa kimawazo. Wakati unakosa mshahara, huwezi weka chakula kwa meza, watoto wako hawezi enda shule. You can't manage life and you are working. What happened at the end of the day? People end up going for suicide. Some people go into depression. So these are the people that Atwoli should be working for. The same way Raila Odinga is leading troops in mass action, asking for the truth about election, asking for affordable life. Francis Atwoli today, he should be leading the workers in the massive demonstration to ask for the rightful payment. That's what Labor Day was standing for. Sio serikali kwa inanyanyasa watu na wao wamekuwa rubber stamp ya hayo maneno. So today, this is a sad Labor Day in this country. And I'm telling you, this issue of salary payment is not only touching on the civil servants. It goes down and touch everyone. Someone will say, oh, I'm not affected. Let me tell you, so many people have been affected here because it's just a chain. Once someone gets a salary, a civil servant working, what does he do? He has people who he has employed. You have a house girl, you have a shamba boy. These people depend on you. You get salary, then you pay them. We have a mamboga in the market who is waiting for you to go and buy that vegetable. Now you cannot afford to buy. Where will mamboga get the market? You was the consumer, which is the market for mamboga. Today now, the same civil servant is borrowing, taking on credit mboga from this mama mboga. Now mama mboga amekuwa ako na deni, he cannot now afford to bring in another stock. So look, this thing is affecting everyone. We are talking about border border. Many people use border border as means of transport. If civil servants cannot afford, if they're not being paid, they can't even pay the border border to afford that means of transport. So wengine wanakuwa kiendea madeni. So bodaboda unaweka tu mafuta ukipeleka kwa madeni. Paka saa hizi hata nyinyi mko na madeni. Look at that. Hata kama wanatumia means of kama ni matatu. So everyone is affected here. Everyone entirely is affected. So, this issue is touching everyone. And Ruto is caring the less. I don't know what kind of speech is preparing to tell people in this Labor Day, because I know he's going to attend. I don't know what Atwoli will be telling people. Today, Ruto is squeezing the salary of workers in this country. He's asking for 3% of your salary to go into housing. A project that you are not sure if you will really get that house. When he talked about the issue of NSSF, for that one, even me, I supported it, because it still goes to your account. If they're increasing to 1,000, so be it. Hiyo ni pesa utapata huko kwa maisha ya uzeeni. Haina shida. Lakini mambo ya housing, jameni, when are you going to be sure that you will get that house? Some civil servants are in, bado wako na miaka ingine 5 ya kufanya kazi. Wengine wako na miaka 3. Wengine ni miaka 10. Wengine, they have built their own houses. They don't need it. Why do you force them into that project? Atwoli is silent on this. Who will speak for the workers? Who will speak for the civil servants? Who will speak for people in this country? So, it is true, I can confirm to you here, as a worker during this Labor Day, you must know that there's no one to speak for you. It is now you to speak for yourself. If you are thinking that Atwoli will speak for you, forget about that. You are on your own. Atwoli has become a spokesperson of one William Samuel Ruto. They are going to speak the same language. Thank you so much for listening to me up to this far. May good God bless you, and see you in our next video. Let us meet in the comment section for continuation of this conversation.